Hello everyone, and welcome to another Chess Lifestyle training stream. Funny comment from Mark to start things off. Kid-friendly show for once? No. Chess tactics are never kid-friendly, at least not for inept adults like myself. Actually the plan today is to do something a little different to our usual woodpecker grind, and actually try and grind through a whole chess book in the space of 55 minutes. See if I can actually manage to solve all 150 exercises or whatever there is. And that is of the book Tactical Workbook for Kids by John Nunn. And this is a very old book, but I was having a look at new children's books to recommend for my students, and I always find with tactics it's a very difficult challenge as a coach to find good material for my students. But I came across this book. And the reason why I don't feel bad about, showing this pirated PDF copy of the book is because at the end of the day, because of me, 2 copies of this book were bought by a student of mine for 2 of their kids. So, this is ethically reasonable enough for me, in my opinion. And these are the different chapters. And what I found really fascinating about this book was when I was looking at the fork before we solve the exercises. Just reading this paragraph, it just highlighted something about forks that I didn't conceptualize, which shows that there are just so many things that I still don't understand about basic tactics. So I think looking at this book will be really good. So before we come back to what that point actually was, I want to share with you guys some good news, some good tactics news for once, and I think this is definitely what we need given how miserable last stream was. And that is, today I played some bullet chess for the first time in a week or so. As you can see, I kind of had this break. I was at 25.93, and as you can see, it looks like a bad day today. Like, I dropped 25 points, and nowadays I have a friend of mine, Jan, who is looking closely at my account in case I break my rule that I'm not allowed to continue playing if I drop 25 points. And I dropped 25 points stupidly, which is why I had to stop. But I actually reached 2600 today, and this is actually the 3rd time I'm hitting 2600 bullet this year. So this is a very good sign, even if I did end on a dip. But what I wanted to share with you guys was that the games that I was playing, at least the first several games that I was playing, I was finding tactics in like split seconds, which normally doesn't happen. So for instance, I had this position, and what ended up happening was my opponent grabbed this pawn. I had enough whereabouts to understand that my knight was protecting my rook, so I played this move rook e8. The queen moved out of the way. I brought my rook to the 7th rank, and this is all within my capacity, right? But after knight e4, bishop e5, I saw that, maybe this is a dodgy move, to be honest. Maybe pawn takes is uncomfortable. I don't know. But my point is, at this moment, after knight takes f2, which is still within my capacity, at this moment is the kind of moment where I would falter. But I was very, very quick to see that I have check, and whatever white does, I can take with checkmate. It might seem a very simple tactic for a lot of you out there, but for me personally, this is not something I see consistently every game. I would probably be looking very worried at this kind of pressure, and I just don't even see this move. So this is a really good sign that this was on my radar. Another really nice sign was I had this game against an IM. Clearly, everything has gone wrong. Black has this huge battery on this file. I have to play king f1 to survive. Black plays the move bishop c4 to stop me from surviving out of the square once the queen comes down. So I decide to sacrifice the rook. And I play rook e1 because I realized that if this check comes, I don't know, maybe it's fine actually. Maybe it's fine. I just wanted to make sure that my rook was defended when this queen comes down. And maybe with the rook here, then I can kind of bail out a bit better. I don't know, maybe this is just garbage. But at least at this moment, I played rook f1. I'm trying to hold this position, be super solid here. He plays rook h1. I take it, and we get this situation where rook b8 is played. In this position, I notice that I want to play queen e7. I want to play queen e7 and go for checkmate, but the problem is if I go queen e7, I'm going to get mated. So I notice at this moment that if I play b3 and they take the pawn, they actually don't have a mate, and in this moment I can play queen e7. Did I just blunder my queen? Okay, I blundered my queen, nobody cares. Nobody cares that I blundered my queen. But the point is that I am took on b3, which was what I was expecting, and that gives me a chance to play queen e7. And now there's not enough time to bring this rook in. So my point is I was seeing some tactical motifs in my bullet games, which sounds ridiculous to say, but I don't see tactics when I play chess, especially bullets. So even this was very useful, and it got me salvaged me a draw in this game, got me the win in the last game. So this is promising. So I'm happy that, at least I feel like my tactical strength is improving as a result of this. Welcome Pranay to the stream, welcome Peter. After rook takes c4, queen d1 was checkmate? Oh Jesus, was it really? Okay, so I'm seeing tactical ideas, doesn't mean that it's, perfect. Yeah, no, this is indeed a checkmate in one. But the good news is, okay, I am the trash as well, so we're all trash at chess, and the fact that at least I can see something is better than nothing. Why did you come early today? I guess I'm having a productive day where, I'm not completely hating tactics as much as I normally am, so I'm more keen to train. That's basically it. And also, that's not even true. I wanted to say that I generally try and stream at the end of the day once I'm done with lessons, but to be honest, I'm also often streaming last minute before my final lesson of the day, so yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. Maybe not blundering so many checkmates in one would have allowed me to maintain my 2600 status. Very annoyed with myself for allowing me to dip on such a positive day. But again, it happens, and I will get it back. So for the time being, let's now raise this up to not that much. Let's do, oh my god. Yeah, let's do 55 minutes of training, and let's grind this book. So I will make myself a little bit smaller, since I think I'm covering some of the exercises. And we're just going to go through this book. Hopefully I can get through this in 55 minutes. These are all the headings. This is going to be tough. But okay, basically, the fork, it's attacking two pieces. What John Nunn also says is that actually sometimes, like for instance, this move, Queen F4, it can be threatening a checkmate and a capture. So when you make a fork that's capable of a checkmate threat and a capture, this is still considered a fork. And this was very interesting, that every check is a potential fork. I mean, I know that this is true, but I've never thought about this. It's just, I should be more observant that checks can be forks. That's a really nice tip. So, okay, I've actually solved a lot of these fork exercises already, so I'll probably be quicker for this, and then the rest of the book I haven't looked at. So, what to play against the Caro-Kann? Valdora? I don't know, man. It depends on your style. I mean, that's my answer. Depends on your style, depends on your level. Okay, let's go. So, this one, rook d7 check, just picks up the king and the knight. This one, I remember, this one took me some time, actually. This one is actually queen c4, forking the rook and the king. This one is bishop f5, forking the king and rook. This one, white to play, I think is just, push the pawn with the pawn fork. White to play for this one is king h3, the king can give forks as well. This one is knight d7, checking the king and the rook. Black to play, this one I got stuck on for 2 minutes. I literally couldn't see this. But eventually I saw it, but actually, if we look at our hanging pieces, we've got the knight hanging on c3, the rook hanging on g1, and queen e3 is a beautiful fork, just forking the knight and the rook. Which is also why, when you play with space, This is why I blunder a lot when I play with space, because yeah, I'm just bad at keeping tabs on all of the potential weak squares. So queen e3, yeah, it's crazy to me that it's a fork, but it is. Okay, white to play here, and I think I gave up after spending 2 minutes on this exercise. So okay, let's have a proper think now. So white to play. Okay, materials equal. Yeah, this is my real speed of doing these forks. Ah, I see it. It's queen c4 with the idea that we want to threaten g8 with checkmate and the rook on e2. I think that's the solution. Okay, good. Let's move to this next one. I think after I do all of these puzzles, I'll quickly review the solutions and see if I got all of them. I should be able to remember vaguely enough. Okay, so this is black's turn to play now. So black to play. So yeah, again, I need to consider what's loose in the position. So this bishop on a4 is loose, the bishop on h4 is loose. I mean, if we could play like queen b4 and if the pawn takes, then we deliver some checkmate, this would be lovely. But that's not quite the case. Oh, rook c4. That took me a long time. Rook c4 hitting the bishop and the bishop. I think that should be it. Yeah, there's no in-between moves with the bishops. Okay, rook c4, good. Okay, this one. Okay, this is just knight g6, king g8, and knight e7 with the fork. Okay, so now 2 move combinations. White to play for this one. Oh, this is pawn push. Yeah, very nice. Pawn push to b5. If the king takes either knight, then we deliver knight d7 with the fork. Okay. And then this one. This is g4 check, king g5, king g6, and then f5 check, forking the king and rook. Right, and yeah, we have a winning endgame because g4, king g6, f5, king f6, pawn takes rook, king h4. So they can't get rid of the h-pawn. That's a winning position. Okay, let's keep going. White to play. How is this, guys? Is this fine, or should I make this more zoomed in? Maybe I can make this bigger. How do I zoom in? Maybe it's this resize page. Okay, I'm not going to mess with this unless someone complains. So if the exercises are fine, if you can see it fine, then let's keep going with this. Okay, so white to play. This is rook takes f6, pawn takes f6, queen g4 check, forking the king and rook. Okay, this one. Also, if I make a mistake, you're welcome to let me know in the chat. And if you think you can find the answer faster than me, then by all means, yeah, go for it. This one is nice. e7 check, king e8 is probably necessary, in which we're going to go knight d6 check, threatening to promote. If the king takes on e7, then we go knight c8, forking the bishop and the king, and again we have a winning knight and pawn endgame. So that's good. Okay, this one, white to play. This is rook e8 check, forking the queen and king. If the queen takes, then we go knight f6 check and we pick up the queen. Okay, that's great. 16. Black to play. Oh, this is actually from my London type positions. And wow, that's actually a fork. Yeah, this is why I always put the bishop on e2. Yeah, I didn't even realize that this is a fork. So e5, pawn takes e5, pawn takes e5, the bishop goes back to h2, and pawn e4 is a fork. So that's black to play. Nice. For this one. Exercise 17. Oh, black to play. Sorry, I'm looking at white to play. That's why I'm stalling. In that case, I think it's probably c6. c6, you hit the bishop. Bishop a4 or bishop c4. There's going to be this queen a5 check, picking up the knight. Gloin's is taking a break from Woodpecker, can't blame you. Yeah, but I am doing tactics instead. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I actually think that there might be some hidden golden tips here, which might be useful for me to see. And actually some of these I'm not solving immediately. So I think this is some good preliminary work before we return to Woodpecker. So, okay, this one, Rook a8. I think that's actually the kind of tactic that Magnus blundered. You know, Magnus blundered a knight against Wei Yi recently. I think it was to do with this kind of, pattern. But Rook a8, the problem is the bishop is pinned. If the rook takes, then bishop takes d5, check, and picks up the rook. Okay, and okay, we have the solutions. So I'm pretty sure I got all of these right. It felt very confident when I was giving the answers. Decoy, that's going to come up later. Okay, I think this is all good. A4, B5. Exercise 19, A4, B5. Wait, there's an exercise 19? This is only the sample pages? Chat, I'm so annoyed. I thought this was the whole book. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay. So, I only have the sample pages. In that case, I need to... I swear to God. Let me find the book online. It's going to be online somewhere. Chess Workbook. Oh, it's so annoying. Okay, let me find this. I swear PDF Coffee is always so consistent. That's crazy. Is this gonna be the whole book? Okay, this actually is the whole book. Okay, let's go again. Right. Full screen. Okay. So let's... It's a bit ugly like this, but let's deal with it. Oh, okay, so there's actually more. Okay, so let's finish off these puzzles and then... Oh, but the quality's so grim. Okay, let's just download it. Let's download... Oh, I have to make an account. I swear to God. Hold on a sec. Let me... Okay, if we can't, then we'll just submit to doing this. Let me check this. Yeah, just of 6 pages. What a troll. Okay, let's see if this one is the whole book. No, this is not even the right book. RIP. Well, I guess we're just gonna unlock this page after this ad. I hate the internet. I actually hate the internet. That's actually crazy. Book finished in 9 minutes. Ocean of PDF, that's such a good shout. I know this website. I hope it doesn't show what content I've downloaded from this website. Definitely don't want to expose what raunchy novels I've been reading. Okay, let's find it. Chess tactics for kids. Okay. Oh, it doesn't have it. Of course it doesn't have it. I mean, it's good for other books, but not for chess. I actually am cringing so hard. Yo, I can't even find a PDF of this book. That's crazy. I mean, here people are pirating my C3 Venom, and I can't even pirate this book. That's crazy. Oh, no, this is Learn Chess Tactics. That's something different. Holy crap. I mean, to be fair, it's a good book. I'm glad that it's not so easy to pirate, but that's actually just bullshit. I don't know. Wow, it's even on John Nunn, and it's 440 exercises. So yeah, I'm chatting shit. Is this actually the full book on texaschess.org? Yeah. Well, I guess we're gonna have to just go back to Woodpecker. Oh, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. But what I want to say though is, I mean, fair play to the book because I think it's some really nice explanations of the tactical motifs. I mean, I genuinely thought that was an old book. I'm really surprised that it's 2019 because, I mean, the style of writing, I mean, it's very old fashioned. Like, you don't really get a chess book for kids that, like, starts off the chapter with, like, this thick ass paragraph. Like, I mean, what kid in today's age is going to read that? Like, none of them, right? So I just assumed it's like an old fashioned book. But okay, let's keep going on script before we lose our mind about the quality and the ads. And if it gets too bad, we'll just resort back to Woodpecker. Decent number of books on Ocean. Chess books as well. You can try Chess Jewels by Krasenkov. Not bad at all. That's a completely different book though, no? Also, welcome Noyan, welcome Pravat. I hope you guys are doing well. Welcome Gloin as well if I didn't welcome you earlier. You need premium account to download? Yeah, so cringe. That's actually so cringe. Okay, yeah, let's solve this. So, okay, black to play for this one. Find another fork in 240p. Is it 240 or 280p? I always get confused. It's probably 280p, right? 280p, 360p, 540. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, 280p. Black to play. So the queen is not hanging on d2. There's a knight protecting it. And we're looking for forks, guys. It can either be a fork of a piece or forking a checkmate threat. Oh, and this is where actually we cheated a bit with seeing the answer that it's a4, right? a4, bishop takes a4, b5. Yeah, it's a difficult one to see from this angle. But yeah, okay, makes sense. Okay, exercise 20. Okay, we're going to do 22 next. I like going from left to right. What could this be? It's going to be rook d8 check. The king moves, and then rook d7 check and pick up the bishop. Okay, that's good. This one. I swear to God. Okay, on that note, we're gonna go back to Woodpecker method. I swear to God, if I can leave a bad review or block this site, I swear to God. It's so awful. Okay, let's try Simlab Soft. Oh no, okay, it's been blocked. Oh, man. Just puzzles for kids. That's probably Murray Chandler. I should probably not just download random PDFs from the internet as well. Okay, let's okay, one last. Oh God, what did I just do? Let's try this. This looks so dodgy. I am not touching that. I'm not touching that. Yeah, no. A to Z PDF books. A to Z PDF books. Trustpilot. It's Trustpilot. That doesn't do it for illegal websites, right? Let's just check this. Might be a scam. Trust score is low. Okay, yeah. Never mind. I mean, it just looks scammy, right? It just looks bad. I get very bad vibes from that website. Yeah. Well, okay. It was a nice run, and maybe I'll even buy the book. I mean, like it does look like a nice resource. Okay, last effort, and then we move on. No, okay, we do some normal Woodpecker method tactics. Terrible. Yeah, it gives you full access, you just have to wait for a 10-second timer. Yeah, I'm not waiting 10 seconds every 20 seconds. Yeah, I don't have the patience to wait 10 seconds. That's like a tenth of a bullet game right there. Now let's move on. So yeah, let's continue with these exercises. But yeah, no, I will look into this John Nunn book because I didn't realize it's so recent. But yeah, I think I need to just speedrun it and go through it. Yeah, so back to Woodpecker, guys. Let's keep learning. So these obviously are going to be a bit harder than fork in one move. Okay, Capablanca to play and win. I mean, it definitely looks like we want to expose this bishop. We are a pawn down. Why are we not just taking on g7, actually? I mean, is this not completely, utterly winning? No, because the bishop takes and we're not able to take yet because the knight has not moved. So, don't do that. And we're not just simply winning a knight here because they're going to win our knight. I realize I'm calculating this all wrong. But probably then knight h6, pawn takes h6, and knight e4 then. By that logic is winning. That looks extremely winning. We're threatening knight f6. If they play like bishop e7, then we've got queen g7. Knight h6, pawn h6, knight e4. Looks very strong. Okay, and they have to give up the exchange, but we're happy to take that. I mean, we're up material now, so... Okay, this is good. And, yeah, if knight h6 and they move a king, maybe I should have considered this, but yeah, knight e4, of course, would be the natural way to play. Good. Oh, I realize I'm blocking part of a board, so sorry, let me make that switch. Wrong layout, thanks, Pranay. Yep, thanks, Pravata. Okay, thanks, Peter. Yeah, okay, I fixed it. Day 20 of doing this? Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, these tactics are not easy. Very, very frustrating indeed. But yeah, that's why we gotta keep at it. So, oh, I'm suddenly seeing his knight f7 just winning on the spot. If king takes f7, queen e6, king f8 forced, knight g5. How do they defend checkmate? If they have to play knight e5 to defend, we are regaining that piece, which looks very good. And I have to charge my laptop before it runs out of charge. Alright. What rating range is this book for? It's actually got multiple levels. So, if you're talking about the woodpecker method, then yeah, it's got multiple levels. So you can really get it at any point, probably from like 1500 online upwards. But yeah, this looks promising. This knight f7, knight f7, king f7, queen e6, king f8, knight g5. Looks extremely winning. Yeah, let's go for it. That's an in-between move we should have considered. My feeling is even just queen e6. I mean, we're still hitting the queen. If the queen moves somewhere, knight h6, we have that classic queen g8, knight f7. So yeah, queen e6 is winning. Unless they can then hit us again with this. But then we can take on d8 and then take the queen. So, okay, this is winning. Okay, alternative. I mean, what can be better than that? I mean, it literally looks so good. I really don't know. I mean, why would you not take on e6? Yeah, I have no idea. Nothing else seems as clear, for sure. Yeah, I don't know. Do any of you have an idea? Bishop h7. I mean, bishop h7, I thought. But then king takes. And we've won a pawn. I mean, that can't be as good, right? Pawn takes f3, same tactic. But then if king takes f7, queen e6, king f8, how do we win? Okay, but or something, Pablo? That concerns me. Let's try this bishop h7. Yeah, it's definitely not as good. Oh, it is pawn f3. Wild. Pawn f3. But king f7? Queen takes e6, king f8, and what's the follow-up? I don't see the follow-up. I don't get it. I mean, queen takes e6, bishop d5, knight d8. I mean, this seems like really, really clear to me. But gf3? We're down a piece right now. So we need to justify this. If we don't see the follow-up here, then we can't play it. Ah, bishop c4. I completely missed this. I was looking at all of these moves and I forgot the bishop can come this way. Yeah, that's very annoying. Yeah, if I saw bishop c4, then I can play this with confidence. Good stuff. Okay, welcome lots of new people to the chat. Dragon, Pablo, Akun. How's it going, everyone? Can you tell me where you're training? Woodpecker method. Maybe I need to write this on the screen somewhere, because this is like a question everyone asks me. Is Woodpecker method on Chessable? And if you're wondering what Chessable is, I have a course in the description below. Anyone who says that is trying to scam you, but no, I genuinely have a chess course that, like, I put a lot of effort into it, and maybe some of you out there will appreciate it. So, okay, let's keep going. Black to play. White has a pawn for the exchange, but with the king on b1 there would be hope, but alas, the king is on a1. So is the point that rook takes a2 looks pretty strong? Obviously the king can't take. If the king were to run, maybe they can get away with that, but I mean, at least we've won a pawn. So if we go rook takes, queen takes, then maybe rook a6. If they take us and we take back with check, and then we play this b3, this is even checkmate. I don't know though. I mean that. Okay, again, I'm tunnel visioning. I shouldn't be doing this, but rook a6. If queen takes rook, queen takes king b1, b3, and then bishop c3, I don't see an immediate win. Like check, king here, check, and there's nothing. King d2. So yeah, what candidate moves do I have? I definitely want to try and exploit this before white is indeed able to improve that position. What else is there to do in this position? I'm not checking chat in case someone has revealed the answer, but I really don't see any other aggressive moves. Like rook a3, they just take it with the pawn. I don't know. It must be this rook a2. Rook a2, queen a2, rook a6, queen takes, king b1. Maybe after king b1 I've got a better move. Yeah, I've got queen d3 check. Queen d3 check, they have to play king c1 to defend the bishop, and then b3 is winning. Yeah, okay. So it is this. Oh, they don't even make me find queen d3? They really should. I mean, I think a lot of people would just play b3 and it would be wrong, but you need to play queen d3 here to fork and then play b3. Okay, so again, candidate moves within a line would be better, but again, I'm really bad at doing that. Is this not the same position that we looked at with this knight takes and queen takes? It looks very similar. Knight f7, king f7, queen e6. King moves to f8, bishop g6. This looks exactly the same motif. Knight f7, king f7, queen e6. King f8, bishop g6. There's only knight e5, which just doesn't work. In fairness though, it does allow them to play queen d5. So knight f7, king f7, queen e6, king f8, bishop g6, knight e5, we take it. They do have queen d5, but we've already regained our material. I think we can go for it. Yeah. Oh god. Okay, nice mate is unavoidable. Game continuation was queen c7. But yeah, then this is still... Oh, to be fair, this is maybe unclear. I mean, at least you've got move to bail out, so I didn't need this, but you've got to be careful you're not blundering anything here. But yeah, that's a nice idea. If they would have taken... No, it's double check. Right. Wow, and we get this smothered mate with the reveal of the bishop. Very nice. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, white to play. Mark asks any update on the Garganitza course? No. No, I don't. I know that it will probably be published July. I know that the cover art hasn't been changed, so basically nothing. Dragon Emperor, is it paid? Yes. Like, the content on Chessable you generally have to pay for to buy. There are some free courses, though. Yeah, good job, Peter, with finding queen d3 at the end. Peter is chomping the puzzles. Absolutely. Very, very strong player. Okay. White to play. Actually, Peter, I'd be very curious to ask you, what do you think is easier to get? National Master in the UK or Candidate Master? So 2200 FIDE. What would be the easiest to get? Relatively speaking, of course. Of course, it's not easy to achieve any of them. But, you know. Okay, so what's going on here? We've got knight, bishop, but we've got a knight and a bishop against a rook. We've got 5 pawns against 6 pawns. So knight, bishop against rook and pawn. There's all sorts going on here. Loose knight on a5. This bishop is pinned. Pressure, pin. Maybe this is somehow hanging. There's one check the opponent can give. We have one check as well. Yeah, I don't know. Wait, there's a rook hang as well. Would be good to have spotted that. So actually, suddenly that becomes like the number one candidate move. This knight takes f6. I want to calculate this and be super keen before looking at my candidate moves just to see if it works. So if we take this rook, the only move is to take our queen. We take their queen. And as far as I'm aware, whichever piece they take, we have one in exchange. But what if they take the bishop because they're attacking our rook? So in that position, we're in exchange up. We can then attack their bishop. But then they can take our knight, we take their bishop, and they take our bishop. So I think we actually lose at the end of that line. So knight f6, bishop f3. Knight d7, bishop e2. Yeah, I don't see how to make that work. Okay, this is why we need candidate moves. Otherwise, you calculate one long thing, you don't solve it, and then you just kind of sit there looking stupid. So, okay, candidate moves in this position. We don't have any other checks. What about captures? We've got this bishop takes e5. Maybe knight takes c5 as well. That also hits the queen. Let's actually look at that one real quick. Again, being very stupid to calculate before finishing my candidate moves. But okay, knight takes c5. Bishop takes f3, knight takes d7. So we're pawn up, bishop takes e2, but then we take on f6. They take on d1 with check, king takes d1. And they can at the very least win on d3, and then I think they... Well, actually, they don't need to win on d3. They can take the bishop on f4. So again, but I don't think that works. So again, back to the drawing board. Apart from these captures, are there any more captures? Knight takes b7, I guess, is a capture. But if they take with the rook, I mean, this looks so bad. So it makes me feel like we need to choose one of these captures, I think. Knight c5, bishop takes f3. Knight takes d7, bishop takes e2. Man. Knight c5, bishop takes queen. I take that queen. They take my bishop, I take that rook. Yeah. Yeah, I lose that. So knight f6, bishop takes queen. Knight takes d7 is forced. Bishop takes e2. I mean, maybe I go knight takes f6, bishop takes queen, I take on d7, they take on e2, I take on e5 with the knight, saving both the knight and the bishop. They can take my rook, and we play knight, bishop, knight against knight, rook. And probably we're doing okay there. So, I mean, it's better than anything else we've got. I think we're going to have to go for it. So the idea is to take. We're going to play for checkmate? Are you serious? I thought this was forced. Yeah, knight takes e5. Okay, so we did manage to find this line. f6 at the end of the line. That's very annoying. f6, then we drop the d3 pawn. Although we've got knight f7, I mean, this isn't completely over. But, I mean, rook takes d3 comes with check. Yeah, I can kind of believe this is very bad. Or, like, at least, yeah, only slightly better. Bishop takes f3. What the hell? Bishop takes f3. I mean, maybe I should have, considered that there's more chance of a checkmate or something, but... What about bishop takes f3, just queen f5? How can this be bishop g4 with the skewer? Hold on a sec. So what's even happened so far? So I'm already forgetting. We took the rook. And what did they take here? So yeah, I can't even remember what position we just had. I took the rook and they took something here. They took my queen, right? There was like a bishop here, they took my queen. So I took their rook, they took my queen. I'm going to take their queen and then they take my bishop. And that'd be an exchange up for now. But here, I just take back. So then temporarily, I have bishop and rook for a queen, which isn't terrible. The queen also doesn't have a good square. That's crazy. Because if queen e7, then you go bishop b7, king b8, and knight c6 to fork for king and queen. If bishop c6, they go queen d6. What's the win there? Bishop takes f3, queen d6. Bishop takes b7, king b8. Oh, probably there's like bishop takes e5, queen takes e5, knight c6 check. And we win. Yeah, that's ridiculous. But fair enough. I mean, I should have considered it. Yeah, this is the win. Oh, okay. You probably do either one. Bishop e5 first also wins, yeah. Crazy. Yeah, this is the kind of move that I'd miss in a game. I'm just not good enough at like considering such a move. Very annoying. Oh, you got it, Prabhat, you beast. Knight f6, bishop f3, bishop f3. Ridiculous. Yeah, bishop e5, yeah, you got the whole line, Pranay. Prabhat, sorry. Nice Prabhat, I didn't see bishop takes e5 in the end. Oh, and to answer my question earlier that I asked Peter. Peter said definitely NM is easier. NM is 2200 ECF and CM is 2200 FIDE. When I got 2200 FIDE, I was around 2300 ECF. That's crazy, Peter. How are you getting 2300 ECF? Right now, my ECF is 2016 and my FIDE is 2009. So is my ECF definitely underrated? Or maybe I'm just very far off and maybe I'm overrated with my FIDE? But how did you get the 2300 ECF? What kind of standard would you... Do you play a lot of local leagues as well? Or like how did you climb that ECF ladder? Prabhat says, I've been playing here. Let me tell you, 1800 here is no joke. Some of these guys are 24, 25, 23 on lead chess. 1800 ECF, right? Or what do you mean, Prabhat? What level? But yeah, no, for sure. I mean, I'm a 2000 DCF, and I don't even think that I'm overrated. I mean, underrated, really. I genuinely think ECF is difficult. But yeah, maybe I'm also out of touch. I don't know. Yeah, these are hard puzzles. Absolutely. Did Capablanca find it? That's a good question. What the hell? Queen d6? Oh, so this is actually how the game went. Yeah, I think Capablanca did find it. Also, welcome to the stream, Josh. How's it going? Knight b7 was inaccurate. And then c4 came. So bishop takes b7 would have been better. Which is why, actually, isn't my move order even stronger? In this position, just playing bishop takes b7 first. Oh no, it's a move order thing. Bishop b7, king b8, bishop b5, there's still queen b6. So the game does continue. But this is the line I would have gotten. No, not this one. Queen b6 here. Yeah, this is the position I would have reached. Knight c6. And too many pieces for the queen. And the decisive attack. Yeah, I mean, that's not completely clear. Not completely clear. But yeah, knight b7 was even played, which was wrong. But then black messed up, and yeah, there was some... Oh, instead the game continued, knight takes d8, but black could have drawn with queen f2. Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised that like this position is, you know, findable from the opponent. Yeah, crazy, crazy. Okay, let's do a couple more. Got 13 minutes of the stream to go. For anyone who's joining the stream now and wondering what on earth is the title about, basically I wanted to go through a chess workbook for kids, but unfortunately my PDF was only a sample, so I didn't manage to find the full PDF of the book, unfortunately. So back to Woodpecker. Okay, black to play. Bishop pair against knight bishop. Two rooks, two rooks. Pawns are equal, different pawn structure. King is a bit exposed on e2. Our bishop on e6 is loose. Got this h file. Some business is happening there. I'd love to plant a bishop on d5. That would be a really nice move. There's an annoying knight in the way. So it does make me consider, what about this knight check? If the king goes to the back rank, we take the rook for free. So we're kind of forced to take. And then we take back with the pawn. Where will this knight go? The knight needs to go somewhere. And actually, anywhere on the back rank, it loses. I guess the problem is on bishop takes and pawn takes, they can throw this in first. Right? Rook takes. And then the knight is a bit more free to move. Maybe it can move to like a2 or something. Still doesn't look great, but it doesn't look lost. Right? Check, bishop takes. I mean, do I want to throw this in first? No, I definitely don't want to throw it in first. So, I mean, this has to be the move. And then they take here. I can't throw in an in between myself. I have to take back. They play a move like knight a2. And we're definitely dominating. I mean, we bring the rook down to 7th. We probably play like bishop d6. I mean, I think this is definitely an advantage. So I think I'm happy to go for it. And this is why we do candidate moves. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the exact problem that I have, which is I'm a very good chess coach, right? I'm a very good chess teacher because I can teach people how to do things. But I fail to follow my own teachings, right? I fail to consider, you know, there have been articles, there have been books written about the perfected calculation method. I have made a freaking video on this. You evaluate the position. You try and understand what features there are in the position. You then come up with a plan, which I guess I came up with, but maybe I was a bit too narrow-minded about this. I should have kept evaluating and understood the bishop was actually a bit awkward. And I should have some candidate moves. I mean, f4 is a threat. It threatens the bishop. Even just seeing that will be enough to be able to identify that this is a move worth looking at. But instead, I just tunnel vision and then I make the wrong move. And this is exactly the kind of advice that, you know, last year I kind of improved a lot upon, and I became a lot better in my games at like not doing this. But it's just so cringe that we're back to this back to this mentality. So yeah, f4 is good. f4, pawn takes f4. I guess the idea is to take back with the pawn. If the bishop takes on f4, then we've got this knight d4 check. King cannot go to the back rank. King e3 is met by knight takes c2. So if pawn takes, let's say they throw in rook takes h8 first, rook takes h8, bishop takes f4. If we go knight d4 check, the king can go back to f1 now. No, it can't because it's still rook h1. Right, rook h1, so the back rank is still vulnerable. So what about pawn takes? Pawn takes, rook takes h8, bishop takes f4, knight d4 check. There's no king e1, not because of rook h1, because then there's a block, but because we've got knight takes c2. And a king d1 doesn't work because we've got rook h1. So yeah, I think this just works. Yeah. Okay, they throw this in immediately. Doesn't matter. And now we've got this check. And wherever they put the king, we've got a winning move. Yeah, really frustrating. Let's see what the difference is in terms of evaluation between these two moves. So f4 is winning 94. Okay, it's -2. So no wonder I kind of got baited by this, but I guess it's just not enough. I mean, I just felt like this is just so overwhelming. Knight a2. I mean, this is just really, really commanding. This rook h2 was what I saw. Knight f1 is a nice move, which I didn't consider. Maybe rook g2? Yeah, okay, and I'm even outplaying Stockfish here, because now it's saying it's -2.5. So yeah, this is definitely a very strong position, but yeah, would have been nice to win even more cleanly. Okay, we've probably got time for a couple more. Okay, I feel like my chat has stopped uploading. Yeah, okay, my chat's definitely stopped uploading. So let me refresh my chat so I see the new messages. Okay, Pablo got f4, fantastic. Yeah, this one is easier, I just completely missed it. So yeah, I didn't get it. But Wandering Pawn, same, good teacher, but I don't even listen to myself. Yeah, this is one of the crazy things. It's like, you know, having the self-discipline. I mean, it's just a matter of discipline, I think. Shami, no. Unfortunately, these are training streams, and if I just take every playing request from every viewer, I mean, this is all I'll do all day. So, unfortunately, not. I mean, if you pay me, I'll play you. that's the deal. So, we can definitely schedule training games if you're interested. But unfortunately, no. I cannot accept such requests. This is my time to train. This is my time to improve, or at least attempt to. Okay, so let's look at this position. So black has 2 pawns up, but as the prompt says, not 2 not so strong pawns. But there's a way to increase our lead. I somehow get like vibes of like sacking for this knight, but maybe it's unnecessary. Somehow this knight feels very, very vulnerable with all this pressure. My king feels safe enough. There is some back rank issues. You know, this king is exposed. e5 also maybe comes to mind as a candidate. So, okay. Let's slow down a bit. Let's actually think. So, what candidates do we have? e5 is 1. Rook takes is 1. Rook takes is 1. These knight captures are also 1. Queen captures is too much. But okay, I think that's a good start. I mean, if one of these captures, you know, is very forcing it's winning, then we should just play it. So, if we play e5, of course, if the pawn takes, that's horrendous, but they can take with the rook. And do we have a follow-up? I don't think we do. Yeah, I don't think we do. So, not e5 then. If we take the knight, they have to take back otherwise they're down knight. Then we could take with the queen or the rook. We'll check. The king can run to the corner. And I mean, knight takes here does look very good. The fact that we're going to support the knight on this strong square, it's going to support the pawns. I mean, this looks winning. But the question is, what's the difference between these two? Maybe there's no difference, right? Maybe we can take with this rook and it's also very good. So do we want the rook to be on c8 or leading the attack on c4? Probably then we want to be leading the attack with the rook. So that if they play a move that blocks or something, then actually what do we do? Whereas if we take with this rook and we lead with the queen and they block, I guess we can go d4 here. And if the pawn takes, then we take and then we win. But the point is, if we take with this rook and the pawn takes and they block, we cannot go d4 and win because they take with the pawn, which attacks our queen at the same time. So I think that's the difference. So therefore I want to take with this. Okay, it says alternative, so I guess both... Oh, I hate when this happens. Why are they... Am I just missing a easier win? What if knight takes pawn here? Rook takes? Doesn't make so much sense. What about this one? Oh, maybe that wins. I mean, we're threatening to win the knight. I mean, it looks extremely, extremely risky to enter such a line. But maybe it actually wins. We're threatening to win the knight. And if they play a move like queen here, we could go rook takes, queen takes, and then rook d1. This classic tactic. It's probably that. It's probably that. But I mean, it just feels so risky to try. Oh, see, exactly. I'm blundering it. Oh, that's actually very nice. I feel like I've done this one before and I've never gotten this one correct. It's so counterintuitive to consider this candidate move here. To consider the rook sack after sacrificing a knight and somehow being better. But the point is we just win back the piece and we're just way, way up. Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I'm ever supposed to find this move. I mean, it's not hard, but it's also just a weird move to spot. I mean, let's see how bad my other moves were. I mean, yeah, I mean, okay. I was wondering, though, I was gunning for this move instead. Because on rook e3, then we can play d4, right? But my question then is, if we take with this rook, and they take, and we take... Again, for the record, this is a really poor example to be included in the course, the fact that there are so many winning moves at the start. It's just like, you know, to force yourself to find that particular winning sequence is just very tilting. Yeah, d4 is no longer working. You see, it's now equal. So basically in this position, you would need a different win. So okay, I'm glad that I saw that difference. That was accurate. So that is good. Yeah, you've done this one before? Yeah, and I don't know how you remember the answer for this, unless this is what you naturally see. Knight takes c3, rook takes c3, rook takes d4. I don't think that's the case. I don't think that works. Wait, what was the move? Knight takes c3, right? Yeah, this is actually yeah, this is what I was thinking it might be. But then it doesn't work. Is this what you were saying, Peter? Knight takes c3, rook takes c3, rook takes d4. Yeah, and wow, rook takes e6 is the reason. That's pretty nuts. I remember watching you solve this puzzle. Yeah, I only remembered it once I saw the solution, because I think I remember getting tilted in the same way. Yeah. That's annoying. Also, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Let's do one final one. So black to play here. We're a queen down for a rook, bishop, knight. We are down a pawn as well. So rook, bishop, knight against queen and pawn. Oh, man. Somehow this move looks like an interesting move. Again, it's just jumping out at me a bit. If we were to have this trade, I think, well, actually it's just checkmate, but I would have thought it's in my favour to leave the queen isolated. And we've got an excess of rooks, so trading off a pair of rooks makes sense. But rook d5 is actually winning. I mean, there is queen c4. We could go rook here. And actually that threatens to win the rook, otherwise it's checkmate. So I think this is just winning. I mean, okay, and this is exactly the problem. If I played that move, I have not learnt my lesson, because that is basically finding a good move, but it might not be the best move. So I need to spend some more time evaluating. Now, I'm suddenly noticing that there is pressure on my bishop on d6. So that also deals with it. So maybe for that reason, it is correct. But hold on a sec. I'm literally just winning a rook completely cleanly, right? Because this is not just a trade, this is winning checkmate. So here... I guess they've got queen f3, which I did not consider. So yeah, we need more candidates. So what else needs to be considered? Maybe king c7, just defending everything. That's a line that's worth comparing things to. I don't see any other creative ideas, unfortunately. Keep looking though, keep looking. Yeah, no, this rook d5 is the only move that jumps out at me. I'm trying to dig deep, but I'm not seeing anything else. So rook d5, queen f3 is one candidate. What other candidates do they have? They've got queen f3, queen c4, which we already considered, but not maybe thoroughly enough. Let's just quickly finish that. So here they might have a check. Go king here, then give a check here or here. We can probably block with the bishop. Or maybe block with the knight is even cleaner. Yeah, block with the knight. And we're winning. So this means queen f3 is forced. Yeah, and I don't see a clean follow-up. Like here they can take with the queen. And we get this endgame to play out, which to me isn't clear at all. Queen f3 after rook d5. So maybe this is the right idea, but the wrong execution. Can we improve this somehow? Like this or something, but of course not. I mean, it has to be this, but then I don't have anything here. You know, is this even better than just playing king c7, right? I mean... Oh, man. Life is tough. Life is really tough. Rook d5, queen d5. No, we've been through that so many times. Rook d5, queen f3 is the critical line. Okay, what about rook d5, queen f3? Maybe we involve the knight, like bring the knight in somewhere. Knight e5? So knight e5, yes. No. If they go like queen f5 or something, then we can bring this rook down, and I think we're winning. Probably. Like king g1, there's bishop c5. So, rook d5, queen f3, knight e5. They cannot take our rook because we've still got this checkmate. But what if they play queen f2? Then we probably have to take this. I mean, we keep this material in balance that I think is good for black. And we activate our pieces a little more. I don't see anything else. I really don't see anything else, unfortunately. This I've had a quick look at, but they just pushed a pawn. Unless it's significant in some way to provoke this and then put the rook back on d5. But I don't see how or why. Oh man. Yeah, I don't have an answer, but this is the only move I could consider. Unless we want to trade off the queens. That would be really surprising, though, to allow this. Does not seem like a clear-cut ending at all for the two pieces there. Oh, man. Rook h5, still h3, they're not going to take it. Rook h5, h3. I don't know. Knight e5 is the only useful looking move. But after queen f2, I really don't know. Maybe. Okay, there's a long line, but knight e5, queen f2, rook takes, queen takes, knight g4, threatening to win the pawn. If h3, then we go knight e3. And the point is, wherever the queen goes, we've got rook d1 that wins. I think that might be it, but... no, not this. We're going to take and then play knight g4. Yeah, and to be fair, after knight g4, there's no pawn to g3 either, because we've got rook d1. And if queen takes d1, then we've got knight f2, and we get the fork at the end. So I think this is winning, this knight e5. Yes, and then we trade once, and knight g4. Let's go, let's go. That's actually a huge tactical find. Threatens knight e3 and threatens rook d1. We got both of them. That's crazy. And Peter suggested rook d5. Oh, and Prabhat got it as well with rook d5, queen f3, knight e5. Rook d5, queen f3, knight e5, queen f2, knight d3. Aha, so going in a different direction. Another way to win. Aha, not knight g4. But leads to the same thing. Oh, maybe taking on b2? I think Peter says rook e5 at the end here, with some threats on d8. But why is that not the case? That also looks very strong. Why is this not the case? Why is that not winning? Rook e5 has to be a winning move here. Yeah, why? See, this is why this book is just garbage sometimes. I swear to God. This book is utter garbage. Why would they give rook knight takes b2? Oh, because knight takes b2 also threatens. Okay, I retract my statement. It's not a garbage book. I mean, they're threatening the same thing. I thought they were just winning a pawn and saying like the resulting endgame is winning. But no, rook e5 is a great find as well. So okay, good to see. Did Frizz get it as well? Rook d5, queen f3. Rook dd1. No, because then there's queen takes d1. Exactly. Yeah, good job, Peter, for picking up on that too. I think knight e5, queen f2, trading on f1 is good enough. Yeah, good enough is like a very casual set of words, given we're just completely winning. I think you'd play rook... Thing is, would you play rook e5 in the game? You mean rook d5? I think I would. I think I would in this position, because, I mean, this is like a very open endgame, and in open endgames you need to be looking for tactics. So I think I would find this. Where is the book for kids? Unfortunately, Jan, I only downloaded a sample of the book, but the book looks really good. It's by John Nunn. It was actually published more recently. I didn't realize. I thought it was one of these like 1980s books or something. So I'm going to have to look for a better sample of the book. But yeah. Yeah, back to Woodpecker, exactly. Yeah, messed up with the title there. But okay, glad we could get a proper workout in. Today was a bit more positive. And yeah, hopefully I can keep making gains in my online ratings, given that I am seeing tactical resources, even if I am blundering checkmates in one at the same time. So on that note, guys, good training everyone, and see you on... What day is it today? Wednesday? Friday. See you guys on Friday. Okay, adios guys. Bye.